Hello fam, it is me, your friend, Flex, and I do still make videos every now and then. Thank you for showing up today. I would like to direct your attention to Twitter. So I did make a video for a reason, right? Yes, I did. Okay, so I know past videos I've made about the crazy Stacey Dash fans, right? Okay, and what Stacey Dash did herself, and then her fans are accepting of abusing and touching children, which is crazy. So if you're a Stacey Dash fan, I don't know why you do that. Please choose a better lifestyle. But today, what I mentioned in that video was that you should not just pick you shouldn't just pick a minority because they are a minority to be a spokesfigure for whatever your cause is, because that's more insulting than just not choosing a minority at all for a spokesperson or to include them in any part of, you know, your platform. Because if you're just going to pick, if you're just going to give a voice to somebody just because they are a minority, without doing any vetting process or knowing anything about them prior, that's almost worse than just not giving any minority a platform at all. That's debatable, but I feel that way. So the reason why I say that, right? Because we were talking about that in the last video about how people like Stacey Dash can be given a platform by the conservative party and the right in America. Now we have somebody example from the left. Wow, isn't that crazy? Coffee, folks. Okay. So this is a person, Ashlee Preston, on Twitter. This is a person that is a they call it a surrogate for the for Elizabeth Warren's campaign. You know, I don't know what that means, but as you've seen from other people, they could just say whatever the fuck they want and it's completely wrong and nobody cares and they get tons of views. So, oh great, update is complete for Fortnite, thank you. So this happened 14th, so that was it. This was yesterday. Wow, or the day before. This just happened. So she gets in an argument with a Bernie supporter, and it didn't really even become that bad of a thing. Let's see, is there anything else? Nope. Anything before? Nope. Okay. So what had happened was somebody was discussing the LGBTQ community and the the Democratic presidential nominees that are, you know, who is the best person for that group of people, who have been doing more to support them. You know, that is where the discussion was coming from. And so this Ashlee person here said Elizabeth Warren is a way better person to support transgender rights and LGBTQ community and their rights. Somebody came back and said actually she was a conservative till 1996. She has a bad record on it until the past 7 years. Like, this is somebody that's flip-flopped and has only done it when it's advantageous to them. And if you look at Bernie, he's apparently been doing it since, you know, the 1970s. And she quips back with, he hasn't, stop lying, he hasn't done anything since the 1970s. He hasn't attended any event, which of course everybody posted things where he was shown at an event in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, like a couple years ago. He was at one. They said, first off, that's wrong. Secondly, you're transphobic, racist, and homophobic. And they pulled out the receipts. Holy crap. So, first off, just keep this in mind when we're looking at these receipts that somebody posted. This is the response that somebody gives when they're called out on their bullshit, okay? And this is what annoys me about these people. It's like, the people that get called out, like, this shouldn't be your first response. Like, there's a difference between somebody like, I think it has to do with Bernie for some reason. Something about Bernie and these people that have this irrational hatred towards him, and they want to put up their own person and try and pull down Bernie at any chance they get. So they'll try just to go out of their way to make up stuff or make up alternative facts about this guy that's like tries to put him down. And then it comes out that they're these crazy people that are doing it. Like this woman. So she says, Bernie mob, they come into my mentions and talking shit. Well, this is what she classifies as talking shit. These are her tweets. I don't even know if I can read these out. Just broke my phone on this Asian bitch's head. I have Asian friends, but they some motherfrickers. I can cuss. What am I doing? And of course, if they're going after Bernie for his LGBT record, they've got transphobia in their timeline. That's what somebody's saying. And then they're quoting, LMAO, love it. I made it my favorite. Fuck out of here. Retweet. Blank is a TRANNY. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube. I think they like shut down or something. Careful as she smokes stress. It says somebody looks like a transvestite. Holy crap. Says a gay slur right here. Another one, gay slur. Just a lot of homophobic, transphobic, and a lot of racist. Like especially there's a lot of these about Asian people. She really hates Asian people. So there's just a lot of these. And this person, Olivia Hill on Twitter, at Machine IV, and somebody else, they were just quoting these and putting them up, and then they also took screenshots because eventually she tried taking them down. She didn't take all of them, but she took down a majority of them. She privated her account and everything. Now her reason being, I'll go to her page so we can look at this. This is what she said, and you can read it on her Twitter page, but I'm just gonna summarize it real quick. She's basically saying, at the height of her meth addiction, which was 8 to 9 years ago when these tweets happened conveniently, she calls this a political play for people to pull up tweets. Are you kidding me? If you call into question somebody's LGBT, support, and then you make up facts about that person, and then people come to defend that person and then question you because you call people a gay slur, that's not a political play. That's asking vital questions about what your intentions are here. You look like a crazy person. You realize that, right? Now, if you're a supporter of Elizabeth Warren, that's fine. I don't really care that much, but like, why are you people out there trying to actively attack and go against? And I feel like this Ashlee person is part of this woke, left woke little, I think they call it woke scold, little people out there that like are trying to attack even within the left. They are attacking a lot more within the left. And it causes so much division. And it comes out that these people are just assholes. And whenever they do create content or they do something, or you look in their past, there's something really bad. That's why when I was talking about ContraPoints and I was saying, a lot of these people, they don't have a YouTube account. They don't have any of this. You can't really hold them accountable for anything of what they do because they actually don't have that much accountability. They haven't done anything really. All they've done is they have a Twitter page that's been up for like maybe 1 or 2 years, and that's it. And they haven't really had any history online or of doing anything, activism-wise or otherwise. But when you do find somebody that is in that sphere, this is what you find. And these are the same people, right? This person, Ashlee Preston, I guarantee you, is a person. I swear to God, I'll look through this Twitter because I almost guarantee it. Same type of people that will go out and attack people like ContraPoints because they're trying to open a discussion and speak about their own experience without being degrading towards the LGBTQ community. And even if ContraPoint says something bad, like, you don't go out and attack her. And this is the type of person that would go out and attack her and dogpile and do the gaslighting and all that shit. And so her reaction to getting called out because she had so much homophobic and racist tweets in her past, and I'll get to this later, is that she was drugged up, is that she was on drugs, and that's her excuse. And she's been clean and sober for 7.5 years. This contradicts with what she tweeted on the 13th of October, so the day before this happens, where she again was tweeting out racist and homophobic things. So these people are not only content with trying to create this narrative, but even in their apologies, they lie to you. Like, this woke scold from the left that's out there, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, it needs to stop. These people, you can't just give a platform to somebody just because... Did my music stop? That's fine. Whatever. Fuck the music. Turn the music off. Look, don't give a platform to somebody without vetting them. Elizabeth Warren, like her campaign manager or whoever's managing her platform, like you can't give a platform to this Ashlee Preston person. That Elizabeth Warren's released a Twitter video with her like a day before this came out, and then retweeted it the day this came out, like right after this stuff was going on. You can't give a platform to these people without vetting them. Like anybody, it doesn't matter, minority or whatever. Like, stop doing that. Because when you do this, right, what do? If you give a platform to somebody that is a minority, and then that person is then found to have some crazy past or something like that, all anybody is going to remember about that minority group, if they don't have any interactions with that group and they already have negative opinions towards them, they're going to continue those negative opinions towards them and just realize, and this just reaffirms what they already believe in their head, which is these people are crazy. They're psychos. They're drug addicts. They're all this. Like, you can't reinforce that narrative. You have to vet these people. And it's not because you need to make sure that minorities are just the squeaky clean people. No, you got to treat them as if they are every single other person. That's what minority groups want. They want to be treated like everybody else out there. Okay? So just not doing your due diligence and just giving it to anybody willy-nilly out there, this is the effect of how that happens, you know? And I can't, like, I don't just want to get on the bandwagon here, but like, I don't see this out of Bernie's party. I don't see this. So whoever's managing his campaign is doing a really good job, because that doesn't happen out of him. This dumb shit doesn't happen with him for some reason, but it seems to happen with all these other people from the left and the right. So coffee break. I just kind of wanted to vent that, like, what I was trying to say before, and to try and reiterate my point, is that please treat the minorities. What the fuck? Why did I say it like that? Please treat minorities like they are human beings, like they are regular people, okay? Because if either way, going down this path of like, oh, treating them like terrible human beings is obviously bad, like the right would do. But then the left with this, like, I don't care, just give it to them. I want that vote from the LGBT community, from the queer community, from the lesbian and gay community. Like, I need that. I need to make sure to show people that I need the young vote. I need the liberal vote. I need the left vote. So I need to do this, and this. So I'm just gonna, just give it out there like anybody will do. That's fine. Like, that's not how you conduct business. That's almost as bad as what the right does. So please, like, vet your people and make sure you choose somebody that is a great representative of that community, because otherwise you're setting somebody up for failure. Look at Obama and what happened with him, okay? He had to endure so much, and he was such a great candidate because he was able to endure that and keep a great composure throughout the whole process. So, the fuck? Wait, what? Hold on. I'm sorry, I had to take a little break there. Like, it's such a great process that he had, and all the shit that he was able to endure. You see what the right does, okay? Why would you put somebody in that position that is not able to endure that has not been properly vetted, and you're just gonna throw them to the dogs and hope they survive? Trump and everybody else would eat that up. Imagine if you had gotten into, like, you had won the Democratic nominee, and you had gone against Trump, and this was still there, just out in the open, just plain out in the open. You don't think the right You don't think Trump and his fan base would like find this shit and use it against you? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, and I don't want people to misunderstand me, is that I know that people will purposefully try to misunderstand me, but just understand, it is great that you give minority voices a platform, but you need to be mindful of what you do, because there are a lot of great voices in all the different, minority groups out there. If you just give it out willy-nilly without like thinking and vetting people, you do more harm than good in that scenario. Okay, because now what are the chances that you're going to put another person that is a transgender activist as part of your group? You probably would be more conservative in your actions now, and I would bet you probably wouldn't choose another transgender activist out there to be a surrogate for your platform. I'm just going out on a limb here. So I mean, like, there's tons of transgender activists out there that do a lot of good, and they help people to understand about the issues that they come across and how, they're fucking human beings, right? And that is still a great issue in this country. I know a lot of people don't seem to realize that because they're always on Twitter and they're never like in the real world, right? But I could tell you from real world experience, if you're not in very, very liberal spaces like in California and specific places, and New York and these metropolitan areas and these huge cities, you've seen the map of how the electoral votes go and how people vote. Okay, those are very concentrated areas where that happens. The rest of the country, even though they're not as populated, that's a whole lot of area and still a whole lot of people that don't understand very basic things about the LGBT community, about transgender people. They just don't understand, and they don't get it. And these are people that even some of them have good intentions, but it just doesn't make sense to them. They're trying to make sense of it. And even me, like I'm not, like, even to this day, I don't know everything, but I'm not gonna try and speak about something that I wouldn't know that much about. But like, I recently even had trouble understanding, like how some things worked. Like in my head, I was trying to differentiate gender from sex and sexuality, and that, I don't want to get too into it, right? But like, just hearing transgender community, people in that community, like, hear them speak and explain and tell us about their lifestyle and everything, and it just helped me to understand more. But I'm somebody that's open to that, that's willing to listen. You've got a lot of people out there that are older, that are stubborn, that are whatever it may be, and that can range from anywhere, from the left to the right. I've seen people on the left that are older that don't understand. You've seen Hillary Clinton's comments about this. So the reason I bring that up, right, and why I'm still rambling, is because you give a platform to this person without properly vetting them, right, without setting them up for success, right? You can't even do a simple thing like, hey, maybe you want to make sure you haven't said a gay slur in your Twitter profile that you're using to, advertise and market and be a surrogate for my platform. You don't even do that. You're setting that person up for failure. So I just don't like that. I don't like that. And she doesn't realize that. Like, this Ashlee person doesn't realize that, and seems to believe that this is just a political job. And at the end of the day, she says, I'm taking responsibility. But all she said is that she was on drugs during that time. And she still said terrible comments way after, when she said herself that she was clean and sober for 7.5 years. And she just did it this week. No. Elizabeth Warren, please, you need to cut ties with this person. You should have done a better job of vetting them, or at least setting them up for success. This is not setting them up for success. You've hurt the transgender community and the LGBTQ community by doing this. So I don't know what else to say. I'm really pissed off, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. And people are also saying, like, if this was Bernie, like, just imagine what kind of shit he would get. I mean, it's true. Like, if one of these other candidates that wasn't, you know, somebody that these woke scold little twerps on Twitter worshipped, this would be trending on Twitter, cancel culture, all this dumb bullshit. And yet, this happens to somebody that they like. They can't be impartial to it. They don't care about their own values and protecting themselves. And obviously, I'm talking about a different culture, a different set of people. These woke scold little kids on Twitter. That doesn't represent the LGBTQ community. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. Okay, that this is different people. Okay, I've seen a lot of people, and like I said before in my previous video, people that make YouTube videos and content for people. I don't see them in this woke scold space. I only see this on Twitter for 99% of what I've seen from that culture of this woke scold little I'm purer than everybody else, this purity bullshit test that they do. But that doesn't happen on YouTube because these people don't have a history on the internet. So obviously that doesn't represent the LGBTQ community. But there are people in this woke scold space that just they are so hypocritical, and I believe they're just young and they haven't been on here long enough to like understand and to see their bias. So please like understand that and try to advocate for somebody that actually wants to, you know, push for your rights. That isn't going to make you look like an idiot. Okay, so I don't know. That's all I have to say, I guess. And I'm just going to end the video here because fucking I'm just going to upload it because what the fuck? I mean, fucking progressive stupid idiot. Progressive Voice or whatever his fucking name is uploads all kinds of dumb Twitter bullshit. So, oh yeah, here's my webcam. All out. Look at that. Kanye West in the background. Fuck out of here.